In the garden of stillness, the seeds of wisdom take root, not through effort, but through the simple act of being present to what already is. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about creating sacred moments of stillness every day. Enjoy. There's something profound that happens when we stop moving, stop thinking, stop doing, and simply allow ourselves to be. In our world of constant motion and endless demands, stillness has become a rare and precious gift we rarely give ourselves. Yet within these quiet moments lies a power that can transform not just our day, but our entire relationship with life itself. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how to weave meaningful moments of stillness into your daily routine, creating pockets of peace that restore your spirit and reconnect you with what truly matters. Think about the last time you sat in complete stillness, not scrolling through your phone, not planning your next move, not even listening to music or a podcast, just sitting with yourself in the quiet. For many of us, that memory might be surprisingly distant. We've become so accustomed to filling every moment with activity, noise, or stimulation that stillness feels foreign, even uncomfortable. But here's what I've learned through years of exploring this practice. Stillness isn't empty space in our lives. It's the fertile ground where clarity grows, where wisdom emerges, and where our truest self can finally be heard above the noise of daily existence. Building stillness into your routine doesn't require hours of meditation or dramatic lifestyle changes. It begins with recognizing that stillness is not a luxury. It's a necessity for a life lived with intention and awareness. When we create these sacred pauses, we give ourselves permission to step off the treadmill of constant doing and remember who we are beneath all the roles we play. Start small and be consistent. 5 minutes of stillness in the morning before the day's demands take hold can set a tone of centeredness that carries you through whatever comes. This might mean sitting quietly with your coffee, watching the sunrise, or simply breathing deeply while feeling your feet on the ground. The key is to approach these moments without agenda, without trying to solve problems or plan ahead. Stillness teaches us something our busy minds often forget, that we are human beings, not human doings. In the quiet, we remember that our worth isn't measured by our productivity or achievements, but by the simple fact of our existence. This remembering is revolutionary in a world that constantly tells us we must earn our place through endless activity. Consider creating stillness anchors throughout your day. Perhaps it's a moment of quiet before meals, a few deep breaths before entering meetings, or a pause to feel your heartbeat before sleep. These aren't interruptions to your life. They're invitations to fully inhabit it. The beauty of stillness is that it's always available to you. You don't need special equipment, perfect conditions, or extended time periods. You need only the willingness to pause, to breathe, and to be present with whatever rises in the quiet. Sometimes that's peace, sometimes it's restlessness, sometimes it's emotions you've been avoiding. All of it is welcome in the space of stillness. As you begin to build these moments into your routine, you might notice something remarkable happening. The stillness begins to inform your movement. The peace you cultivate in quiet moments starts to influence how you navigate busy ones. You become less reactive, more responsive, less scattered, more centered, less driven by external demands, more guided by internal wisdom. This isn't about becoming passive or disengaged from life. It's about engaging from a place of fullness rather than emptiness, from presence rather than absence. When we regularly return to stillness, we show up more fully for everything else. Our relationships, our work, our dreams, our challenges. Remember, building stillness into your routine is an act of self-respect and self-care. It's saying to yourself and to the world that your inner life matters, that your peace is worth protecting, that you deserve moments of simply being without having to justify or earn them. Start today. Find one small moment where you can pause, breathe, and be still. Let that moment be a seed that grows into a practice, a practice that grows into a way of being. In a world that profits from your restlessness, choosing stillness is a quiet revolution, one that begins within you and ripples outward in ways you may never fully know, but will certainly feel. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.